Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Ya, jadi hari ini saya akan melakukan video World of Warships lagi. Tapi keep in mind, kali ini videonya akan saya lakukan melalui replay. Jadi the match occurred about 2 days ago. Jadi sudah lampau matchnya, tapi saya mau record aja karena ya sedikit background dulu guys. Matchnya lumayan bikin orang panik karena backgroundnya saya awalnya pengen main co-op battle guys, tapi saya nggak sengaja masuk random battle pakai HMS Repulse aku. Nah, ya saya kira awal saya akan kalah, tapi ya pada akhirnya ada ya sesuatu hal yang keren lah. Saya pengen kalian bisa view juga supaya ya buat entertainment aja lah. Ya backgroundnya gitu saja sih. Saya pengen I want to have a co-op battle but I accidentally go into random battle instead. Ya terus ya sisanya sih story. Jadi yang kalian nanti lihat ini adalah hasil replay footage-nya. Tanpa basa-basi, mari kita mulai. Tapi sebelum kita mulai, if you like the video, please press the like button, share the video if you want to share it with your loved ones or your friends, and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like World of Warships or maybe any other type of game that I can actually record. It depends on sometimes myself and my mood. Subscribing is also subscribing is very appreciating for me, so thanks if you want to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, I mean, like, that's still okay. I'm just here to create some weird content. Okay then, let's start with the battle. I hope you all enjoy. Alright, we're in the match. This is still the beginning. By looking at the enemies, you can see why I really think that I'm losing this battle already. Because there's a Bismarck and a Sinop and some other ships that I think it is very dangerous.
Action stations.
If you guys are wondering why I am aiming at the mountain, it's because I'm kind of stressed that day. Because, well, as I said before, I didn't expect that I would win, so I just like I just have give up myself a bit. And then I found my courage after seeing that there's an enemy attack aircraft. Heading to my way a bit, but more of heading to one of my friends. I apologize if the recording is very bad, especially if the replay is very bad, because well, it's a replay. As you can see, A is already being captured, so literally that day my hope for winning is actually very low. And I'm also kind of panicked at this moment because, as you can see, I'm controlling like a bit hasty, not thinking very straight. I don't know what kind of enemies that are back there, but when we see it is actually in New Mexico, Baltimore, Namagi. And there's one more cruiser over there. I saw the New Mexico. I know her 14-inch guns. And after that, I feel kind of a bit confident because I deal about 11,000 damage. I mean, like, it's not that legendary damage, but still, it is very good damage. Considering it is another tier 6 battleship. Well, it's still that good. Not that bad, but, well, average. I would just say that. I'm training my guns to the New Mexico as, again, as you can see. I fired my guns. At this point, 2 people are aiming at me. I'm a bit panicked. I keep turning to the right. Only 1 penetration, 3,000 damage. Repulse has not the British BB-AP, but the armor-piercing shells that is much like on Warspite. I fire at the Atago. This is where this as you can see, I'm very panicked. That's why I turned on the engine boost. I try to get away as soon as possible because I do not bloody care anymore. I don't give a frick about what I'm doing. I'm just waiting for the Atago to actually show her broadside, and disappointingly enough, my shells did not deal. I think, yeah, it's only over penetration, as you can see. Those big damage come from the submarine. I'm trying to target the New Mexico again back then, but I was marked by a sonar ping, which actually makes me a bit panicked. I used that pretty hastily. By the way, submarines are also kind of annoying if you guys don't know what I mean. Their sonar ping is actually very annoying. At this point, I'm trying to get some range, pull out my spotter aircraft, and trying to shoot at New Mexico again. As you can see, my aiming is very terrible. At this point, I still have a bit of hope at this point in the battle. And I can look at that. I miss all of my 6 guns, trying to turn around again. And what's more bloody amazing is that the Prince Heinrich is actually pushing. Look at that. She is pushing. I mean, like, German battleships are good, but the German battlecruisers are a bit vulnerable because they have limited use of their fire control system. Or should I say damage control. As you can see in the chat, someone told us to push. I don't know who actually wanted us to push. Trying to fire at New Mexico again. Trying to keep that enemy submarine hit, but sadly my depth charge aircraft doesn't reach that range. About 10 kilometers, it still doesn't reach. We hit the New Mexico, and it's about 3,000 damage. The Shiratsuyu got killed by the enemy Budyoni. I'm sorry if I pronounce it very bad because I can't. Sometimes rip my pronunciation. At this point, I'm turning to port because I know there's a smoke screen, and I realize in the smoke screen that there's a HMS Jervis hiding there along with the USS Salmon. I tried to target the New Mexico again. Fired my 6 guns. After this is one of the most agonizing moments As you can see, my enemy my team aircraft carrier got taken out by the Baltimore. At this point, we're just trying to sink the Baltimore. We all targeted the Baltimore, but I was being detected by one ship and then being targeted by two ships. And I realized that it's the Jervis. As you can see, 2000 damage. Repulse has very thin armor. I try to get away from that Jervis as fast as possible, but still trying to keep my guns to fire at the Baltimore. At this point, I literally think that I'm going to die. And as you can see, the Umagi killed that Prince Heinrich that tried to push by herself. I mean, like, some people say maybe I should push, but, well, I don't know. I'm in a panic state, so I can't think straight. Use my engine boost hastily, without me realizing that the last engine boost is going to be very important in this one single battle. Trying to keep my guns on the Jervis. I saw that B is being captured again, but I still don't pay attention to it. That is after the Jervis disappeared, I tried to target the Baltimore again, but the Baltimore hasn't been spotted. That is until someone does something. That is when the USS Congress actually turned on her surveillance radar, which is very helpful considering that it actually spots the Baltimore. After that, every member of my team targeted Baltimore. As you can see, 2 penetration, but the damage is only about 4000. But for me, that is already not that bad. As you can see, there's a Synop over there. That Synop is going to be a bit hard to defeat, but it is going to be one of the very funny moments in this match, because remember I said that I was actually trying to play co-op battle, but I accidentally pressed the random battle. 1 penetration, about 1000 damage. Okay. I try to focus my guns on the Synop. As you can see, there's the Budioni is actually on the starboard side over there, my starboard side. I got 2 penetration on the Synop, but the Congress got sinked by the Budioni. And then there's our teammate that is like spamming on the Bismarck. The Baltimore gets sinked by the North Carolina. As you can see, my radar is still pinging on that destroyer, and it looks like she is shadowing me. This moment is one of my most agonizing moments, because considering that it is about 15 kilometers and it's still closing in. I tried to target the Budioni, but I still failed because, well, that's how I failed, because, well, my aiming's bad, as you can see. Well, at least it hit, but there's only 1 penetration, but for me it's good. It's still good enough than rather have no penetration at all. The Synop is missing. The Jervis is also out of sight. Sadly, our Otago also died from the enemy Umagi. As you can see from the ships, we are really low on ships. We only have about 6. They still have a lot. I target the Synop again, since she was visible. She's the only ship visible. I ask everyone to target her. Then I thought that probably there is someone who is actually supposed to shadow me. But then, as you can see from the radar, the Budyoni is actually trying to chase after our submarine, just another salmon. Penetration 2 is not that bad. Still, we got to distract that Synop somehow. At first, I tried to run away from the Synop, but then I realized that maybe I should help USS North Carolina in dealing with the Synop. I asked Hugo to help me, and I target the Synop alongside with the North Carolina. The salmon killed the Budyoni. Well, that's a relief. I fired HE shells, which only damaged about 1,200. And I don't know why I used my spotter. I forgot. I think it's for me to actually see is Synop moving or not. I think that's the reason. I forgot. The Gaide is very good in this game. She sacrificed herself but managed to sink the Amagi. Sadly, our Amagi also got killed by the Bismarck. As you can see, Synop is also gone already on the radar. She disappeared again. At this point, I knew what I had to do. Talking about radars and disappearing ships. As you can see, the Jervis, if you see in the map, the Jervis is actually on the other side of the map. I thought that she is actually shadowing me, but instead she is going after for the submarine. 3 penetrations and 2 fires. Very perfect, even though her HE shells are not that good. The Jervis is actually chasing the salmon, which is, well, not that bad. As you can see, it is actually popping up again and then disappearing again. Oh, this is a very good shot if you guys see this. 4 penetration, 13,000 damage. Now that's a very good damage, and then considering that North Carolina also fires her guns. At first I thought that the submarine, when the submarine actually returned to the place where many enemies, I thought that he's kind of dumb, but actually no. And then as you can see, there's an enemy submarine trying to help the Synop, but it looks like her positioning is not that good. She is caught between the battle. As you can see, very squishy armor. Trying to get my aft gun to bearing. Fired my guns. The torpedoes have been fired to the North Carolina. Yep, very squishy armor she has. I tried a bit panic, and then I see that the submarine is surfacing because she needs to surface. The North Carolina is still focusing on the Synop. I had a chance to actually try to fire at the submarine, which actually is a good thing because she is now ran aground. 3 penetration, 1 over penetration, not that bad. And then North Carolina actually sinks the submarine. Sadly, she's on fire. This is one of the most intense battles. Yes, you can see, she got sunk by North Carolina's depth charge. I got enraged. Make my shots accurate. Kabam!
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Bada bing, bada boom. They're dead. As you can see, the Jervis is actually still hunting down salmon, which makes this battle kind of very important. The enemy thinks that we're on the ropes. Look at that. Someone even have their guns fired upon me, but still it doesn't deal much damage. And then the salmon dies from fire of Jervis. At this rate, I nearly give up. I tried to do a final charge through the strait in the middle of the map. But for some reason, I think that I should actually regroup with Hyuga. Making a final stand with another ship is actually much better than doing it alone, considering my anti-aircraft is not that good. I got targeted by the aircraft carrier. Seriously, the Ryuho is actually kind of scary when when you're in a repulse, you see a Ryuho, it's very scary. Well, not that scary, but still, if you're not careful, you can actually die from it. Considering the anti-aircraft range is only 4 kilometers, and well, it is a very short range and a very bad anti-aircraft. I see that the aircraft is coming in again. I keep my bow in, so it is not that much of a chance to hit me. Well, it did hit, but it is much more dangerous if I broadside it. As you can see, it is the Bismarck. I thought I was doomed, but and then I luckily I turned to the left because I can regroup with Hyuga. As I said before, making a last stand with another ship or with another partner is actually better than having to survive and win the battle alone. Well, that's a rest in peace shot. I turn on my spotter again, which is, I think this is the third spotter. As you can see, my aiming is more to the upper part. I fired my guns, changed it into HE shells because I think that maybe my armor piercing shells are not going to work much. As you can see, overpen. Both Hyuga and I are actually very hard fighting in this match. I tried to help Hyuga take down those enemy aircraft. Bismarck is actually trying to stand up against both of us, and then this is where the fun parts get. Hit, and then she sank. The pride of the Kriegsmarine was sunk. And then we actually won the battle. Just like that. As you guys can see, I from a not very good position in the battle turns in my team's side just because of, well, some of the mishaps that the enemy made by for example, the Jervis not shadowing me and instead trying to chase after the Salmon, and then the Sinop concentrating her fire on the North Carolina, when basically I'm already a weaker and much easier target, but she still targets the North Carolina, considering that she is not even retreating herself because there's a Hyuga. There's the second mishap. The third mistake that the enemy made is actually the submarine. Their submarine tries to help the Sinop, but not in a good position because it surfaced between North Carolina, my Repulse, and the enemy Sinop. Well, not in the middle, but I mean, like, you can see from the footage that it's actually about, well, it's not in a good position. It's not in a position to fire torpedoes at me. And then North Carolina and I just actually throw our depth charges with the aircraft, and she just sank. And then the Sinop also dies, but North Carolina sadly dies. The mistake that I almost made is actually trying to one, engage the destroyer. Two, I tried to go in the middle of the map, and if you guys see it in nearly the end of the match, I tried to go in the middle of the map because as a valiant last stand. But for some reason, I actually think that maybe Hyuga needs my help. And then I went with Hyuga. I tried to rendezvous with Hyuga. On the way, I was attacked by aircraft carrier, Ryuho or Ryujo, you can say whatever, because I don't know how to speak Japanese. Uh, it really deals a bit of a damage. Ryujo did a bit damage, and then I regroup with Hyuga, which then actually we spot the Bismarck. Now, Bismarck actually makes another mistake, the fourth mistake of the battle. Bismarck thinks maybe she thinks that because she's the Bismarck she can actually tank damage, but keep in mind that she's about 14,000 HP left. Considering 14,000 HP is 40,000, not 40,000, I mean 14,000, sorry. 14,000 HP is already below average. That's a hazard to yourself and to your team. You don't want to tank in a battleship or any type of ship that has a health pool below, let's say 20,000 or 30,000. Bismarck has 14,000. And then, well, when Bismarck is spotted, Hyuga and I open fire, right? Well, Hyuga, even though she only has 356 millimeter guns, she has multiple of them. I have 381 millimeter, even though it is not that great, but it's still not that bad. But I can fire HE shells if I wanted to. If I feel my armor piercing shells are not doing damage, I can switch to HE. Then we just obliterated the Bismarck in a few seconds. The New Mexico, on the other hand, behind Bismarck, is unable to do anything because she's a bit too slow. I still have some good memories with New Mexico. I mean, like with my friends. New Mexico is not that bad, but only her speed is her drawback. Her anti-aircraft, well, average. Her range, not that bad either, but, well, the most big thing about New Mexico is about her 14-inch guns, which is, there's 12 of them. What are you going to do with you when you have 12 14-inch guns? You just aim to the enemy and deal devastating strikes to the enemy. Well, not that devastating strike, I mean like one shot, one kill, but you get the idea. Well, this is a very interesting match for me. I hope that you who are watching actually feels the enjoyment. If you like the video again, please give a thumbs up and share the video. If you want to see more content like this, consider pressing the subscribe button. I really appreciate that everyone that who subscribes me and like my videos. It really means a lot, really. And also, I want to note that I'm going to give the link of downloading World of Warships again in this video, much like how I did in the HMS Repulse and the HMS Hood video. I'm going to give the link you people to, if you want to download it, it's free. I'm going to put it in the description so you can download it, maybe play with your friends. If you want to play with your friends, it is very good experience. I personally think that the multiplayer in this game is not that bad. Well then, thank you for watching my video this time. I will try to make another video, but considering my final exams are coming in about this month, I'm probably going to do it maybe in June, my next videos, or maybe when I feel I'm trying to make a video. Well then, I hope you're all in. I hope you're all very healthy. Uh, Stay safe with your family and friends, and God bless you all. Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.